Destiny 2 has quickly become one of the year's most anticipated titles, and with the game's release not too far out, in this video we'll be taking a look at 15 things you must know about Destiny 2. Let's get right into this. Number 1, this time around the story is set to be far more cinematic and in-depth compared to Destiny 1. Bungie has stated that it wants Destiny 2 to offer, quote, a story you can relate to, with characters you'll want to care about. This includes more cutscenes within missions, interactions with characters, etc.
Cora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Cora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Number 2, after the events of Destiny, the Red Legion faction of the Cabal attacked the last city led by their commander Dominus Ghaul. Ghaul, jealous that the Traveler gave humanity the light, succeeds in taking the Guardians' powers and forces them to flee. Scattered and powerless, you must acquire new powers to take the fight to Ghaul and his Red Legion and reclaim your home.
But if we attack together, we can take back our home, or we die trying.
Number 3, there are 4 new locations for you to discover in Destiny 2. First is the European Dead Zone on Earth. This is one of the first places you'll discover after the attack on the tower. Bungie has stated that this location is twice as big as any environment in Destiny 1. The second location is Titan, a moon of Saturn, the third location being the planet Nessus, and finally the fourth location is Io, which is a moon of Jupiter.
Yellow moon of Jupiter?
Io is the last place in our solar system that the Traveler touched before the collapse happened.
And you can imagine that a place where the Traveler once appeared has a bunch of mythology and lore and mystery surrounding it.
It's a very sacred place to Guardians, and particularly Warlocks, and particularly like Cora.
This is where I return.
Number 4, along with the main missions at these new locations, there will be a ton of side content to do. Like the first game, players can take part in patrols, fight random enemy encounters, take part in public events, and find chests of loot around the areas. In Destiny 2, there are 2 new side mission types to complete: Adventures, which are side missions given to the player by NPCs in the world, Lost Sectors, which get marked on your map and are new places to explore with treasure and a boss at the end, like mini dungeons. To keep track of all of this, players are given a map to track your position and where to go to start the side missions alongside when they start.
Planets with incredible spaces and secrets hidden. Now we have stuff tucked around every corner, under every locked door. There's something there for you to find.
The map is a huge part of this new player experience for Destiny.
Number 5, in Destiny 2, you will no longer need to go to orbit to start missions or go to a new planet. You can just pull out your ghost on the planet's surface and go to a new world without the hassle of flying into orbit.
You can just open the director, pick your new destination, and go straight there.
It's about getting you into the action faster. We want to remove as many barriers as we can between your gun and the enemy's face.
Number 6, the traditional 3 classes of Destiny return, this time with new subclasses and supers. The new Warlock subclass Dawnblade allows you to fly through the air and attack with arcs of fire projectiles. The new Titan subclass Sentinels gives you a shield to knock back your enemies and allows you to throw the shield and have it bounce around and hit enemies. The new Hunter subclass Arc Striker has you dashing around foe to foe with close-up attacks equipped with a staff.
For that, cracking enemies in the head, it's awesome. Projectiles that just decimate people. He is able to summon a shield that he can just knock his opponents out with, or he can throw his shield and just bang it off dudes' heads.
Number 7, weapon slots have been changed around a bit. There are now 3 different types, being kinetic, energy, and power weapons. Kinetic being hand cannons, auto rifles, scout rifles, etc. Energy weapons are weapons with elemental stats like arc, solar, or void, and power weapons are weapons like the new grenade launcher, rocket launcher, shotguns, and more. Exotic weapons will also be returning in Destiny 2.
In that energy slot and the kinetic slot, you can have the same weapons. The new weapon plan was designed to provide players with more freedom and more choice to use the stuff that they love.
each character has these new...
Number 8, all of your gear, weapons, and currency unfortunately will not be carried over to Destiny 2 from Destiny 1. You'll be able to carry over your character's race, appearance, and class if you've completed the Black Garden mission and have reached level 20.
Red Legion are well trained, but we are better.
We will hold this line until the last civilian is safely away. Incoming! Fall back to my shoes! More Red Legion! Show them what Guardians are made of!
Number 9, the Crucible has been redesigned in Destiny 2 and will now feature 4v4 across every game mode. There's also new HUD elements like when your opponent has power ammo and whether they have their super ability ready or not. There's also a new game mode called Countdown, which is an attack and defend type mode where you need to arm and defuse bombs. Number 10, clans are now built into Destiny 2. This will make it easier for players to find people to play with for missions and more in-depth things like raids, PvP, etc. There is also a new feature called Guided Games, which allows clans to put out a request for more players to join their fire team to complete a mission or something more tasking like a raid.
People want to play raid, but they're missing a 6th person. Then you have a solo player who's never played raids before, and they're like, I just want to see what this is like. We'll match a group and a solo player together.
Guided games are our way of making sure everyone who loves Destiny can play every piece of content we build.
Guided games doesn't require any commitment. You just have that really great experience, and then you can part ways. But our hope is, if you have a blast in that activity, maybe you'll make some friends and join the clan.
Destiny, through clans and guided games, is going to help people fill out their friends list, so they're always going to have people to play with.
What we try to do in Destiny 2 is weave this sense of community throughout the entire game.
Number 11, although briefly shown off, there are new tanks for the player to drive around and fight with. This could mean that there's more vehicle combat in the campaign and other missions, but that's just speculation. Hope that is the case.
We've got cooperative.
Destiny 2 is the place where we get to reach back out to everyone who could enjoy.
Number 12, PlayStation 4 owners will receive year-long timed exclusive content just like in Destiny 1. This content has not been revealed yet, but is expected to be shown off at this year's E3 press conference.
Next, starting with the Red Legion. The Red Legion are like the Cabal elite forces. They're like the Navy SEALs of the Cabal, and they have an entirely new way of fighting because they're the pinnacle of the Cabal empire. And they've introduced 3 brand new units. So you have the War Beasts, these dogs with these like vicious masks on them, and they'll chase you across the battlefield until you give up. You have the Incendiors. They have flamethrowers with these big jetpacks, and they'll just burn you out of any hole.
Number 13, Destiny 2, unlike Destiny 1, will be available for the first time on PC. The game will be exclusive to Blizzard's Battle.net platform and will feature many PC features like uncapped frame rate and 4K support.
Incoming! Fall back to my shoes! More Red Legion! Show them what Guardians are made of!
Need to find the speaker.
Number 14, you can pre-order Destiny 2 and have early access to the upcoming beta prior to the open beta. More details on that are also set to be announced at E3.
we're definitely trying to have a really strong resonant theme in every strike where you can kind of feel it from beginning to the end, and where each boss fight feels like an epic set piece moment. It could be the climax of a different video game, you know, like that epic enough that you feels like it's a really compelling climax. And each boss has numerous stages that you go through, and the fight intensifies and changes over time.
Hey, what's happening to the floor? Energy change. Watch out.
Finally, number 15, when can you play the game? Destiny 2 will launch on September 8th on PS4 and Xbox One, with a PC release sometime later. So that wraps up 15 things that you need to know about Destiny 2. What do you think? Are you going to be picking the game up, or is this one you're going to pass on? Let us know in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.